inevitably I'll have people that are saying, well, I'm already broke, and now you want me to get a lawyer? And like, are you crazy? Like, how can I afford one? Like, how do you, like, so how does someone in your...
That was when I started doing bankruptcy, that was the biggest question I had. People, if you stop paying your minimums, people have always found a way to pay. Now, if they can figure out on their own, they have my blessing. I don't ever high pressure someone into filing a bankruptcy. It's a big decision. And if they decide, hey, I want to do it on my own, we'll shake hands and part ways as friends. There is no pressure from me. But often people are paying close to $1,000 a month in minimum payments. If they know they're filing a bankruptcy and they stop that, that's the money for an attorney. And one of my favorite stories is he was by far one of my very favorite clients. He would just come into my office every week and he'd empty his pockets. One day it was $23. The next week, here's 17. I was a newer attorney. I'm like, just save it all. He's like, no, I have $17. He had me paid in 6 months, and we got to file his bankruptcy.
That's awesome. I like that. So what should you not be using it to do, I guess, maybe? Like someone, people always want to take an advantage or find a loophole. What is it you don't want to encourage?
It's not a loophole, and it's not anything sneaky. It's basically you've got too much debt. And if somebody's just paying the minimums, I tell them to read the very, very fine print on their credit card statement. It says if you pay the minimums, this gets paid off. The typical timeline is 24 years. So I tell them, look at your life now and add 24 years. Where are you? Are your kids grown up? Are your grandkids grown up? How much of your life is spent just paying the minimum? And that's if you never swipe your credit card again. You only pay the minimum. You have it paid off in 24 years. So I've done bankruptcies for close to 12 years, and I've never had anyone come to me frivolously like, oh, wow, I'm doing this to get out of something. Most people, they're torturing themselves by the time they come to me, and they've done everything they could. And I wish people would come to me earlier. I've had clients who will lose their house. They'll blow through 30 years worth of savings, their 401k, because they're so against bankruptcy. When I tell them, I could have gotten all your debt, I could have gotten rid of your debt in 5 months. We could have saved your house, and I could have saved your 401k. So there's nothing noble. Nobody is going to give you, a pat on the back saying, hey, you tried. You gave up everything, but you tried. So I don't want to use the word frivolous, because I've never had somebody come to me and say, hey, I'm just doing this for the fun of it. It's a lot of work. You have to pay an attorney. So most of the people, it's just the opposite. They torture themselves before they come see me. And I wish they wouldn't do that, because that actually would put them in a much better situation. We can get through it quicker, because the sooner it's done, the sooner you rebuild your life.